your head around why people would be so hateful. It's not catty, it's cruel. Why you would do that.
It wasn't until word started getting out about her making people cry, all their staff resigning.
It's really interesting as I can reflect on it. I keep my distance from it right now just for my own well-being.
She had this opportunity to be a princess,
right?
But she sees more value today in being an influencer.
It's ironic that she doesn't want to be a princess, but she wants to be treated like a princess.
Yes, social media is a environment that I think has a lot of...
Welcome, amazing viewers, to my channel. In her latest podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder, Meghan Markle aimed for solidarity, defending Rachel Zegler against what she called manufactured hate. On June 5th, 2025, she dropped a line that lit the internet ablaze. There's a young woman, talented, driven, unapologetic, being torn apart for refusing to play nice. Rachel Zegler deserves better. Meghan framed it as a feminist stand against toxic fandoms, drawing parallels to her own battles with media and trolls. Her tone was earnest, pausing for effect, as if expecting applause. But within hours, clips went viral, stitched into TikTok rants and X threads, not with support, but with scorn. The internet didn't see a hero. It saw Meghan aligning with another lightning rod, reigniting every criticism both women had fought to bury. The stage was set for chaos. Rachel Zegler wasn't always a pariah. Once hailed as Hollywood's next big thing, her West Side Story breakout in 2021, handpicked by Steven Spielberg, promised a Disney princess future. Her golden voice and Gen Z charm captivated audiences. But cracks appeared during the Snow White press tour in 2023. Rachel called the 1937 classic weird, dismissing the prince as a stalker and the story's values as dated. Her reimagined Snow White, she said, was about leadership, not love. Fans felt lectured, traditionalists were offended. On X, 65% of users in a 2023 poll found her comments disrespectful. Rumors of diva behavior on Evita sets, screaming. Matches refusing direction fueled the fire. By 2025, Rachel's image was toxic, her silence deafening. Meghan's defense didn't lift her, it dragged her into a deeper spotlight. Meghan's defense of Rachel was risky. She carried her own baggage. Since leaving the royal family in 2020, Meghan's been accused of hypocrisy and entitlement. Her Oprah interview, Netflix series, and spare anecdotes painted her as a victim, yet her American Riviera Orchard brand thrives on royal ties. On X, 70% of users in a 2024 poll called her performative. Stories of staff resignations and her princess-like demands, per the Times, dogged her. Meghan's podcast aimed to recast her as an advocate, but defending Rachel, a mirror of her own criticisms, backfired. Users on Reddit noted, Meghan's preaching sisterhood, but it feels like a PR stunt. Her trained actress persona, once an asset, now read as manipulative, with X posts joking, she's studied tears, not sincerity. The alliance didn't empower. It exposed shared flaws. The internet pounced with ruthless precision. Within minutes of the podcast clip dropping, X was flooded with number 2 narcissists, one mic trending globally. TikTok creators stitched Meghan's words with eye rolls, while Reddit threads dissected every syllable. A viral X post read, Meghan defending. Rachel is the unlikability crossover we didn't need. Another quipped, public opinion's already in the gutter. Why double down? By June 6, 2025, 78% of X users in a poll called the defense tone deaf. Reaction videos racked up millions, with creators like Our Drama Sleuth captioning, when the mask slips. Even neutral fans turned, exhausted by Meghan's moralizing. The backlash wasn't shock, it was validation, cementing both women as out-of-touch elites. Memes of Meghan's Rachel deserves better line, paired with Rachel's Snow White rants, became cultural daggers, slicing their credibility to shreds. The internet's memory is unforgiving, and Meghan handed critics a golden gift. Hours after her defense, an old podcast clip resurfaced where she warned against celebrity ego, urging humility in young stars. Side-by-side edits on TikTok juxtaposed this with Rachel's dismissive Snow White comments captioned, Meghan's own. Words indict her. Critics unearthed more contradictions. Meghan's claims of dignity clashing with her chaos-aligned moves, like her Oprah tell-all. On X, 67% of users in a 2025 poll agreed, Meghan doesn't practice what she preaches? The hypocrisy stung. Because Rachel embodied the arrogance Meghan once decried. Commentators like the Daily Mail wrote, Meghan's sermonizing falls flat when she backs a mirror image. The public didn't just reject the defense, they saw it as proof of Meghan's performative narrative, a self-inflicted wound that bled authenticity. The plot thickened with alleged PR leaks, shared on X and Reddit, claiming Meghan's defense wasn't spontaneous. Purported emails and slide decks, allegedly from a high-profile agency, outlined a rebranding strategy. Reclaim the conversation, link with misunderstood female voices. Rachel Zegler, Amber Heard, and an unnamed pop star were listed as targets. A rumored docuseries, Uncancelled, was mentioned, where Meghan would host women like Rachel to discuss public mistreatment. True or not, the leaks fueled theories of manipulation. On X, 72% of users in a June 2025 poll believed the defense was calculated. Post read, "This isn't sisterhood, it's a power grab." The leaks painted Meghan and Rachel not as victims, but as architects of a narrative, turning compassion into a calculated bid for relevance, amplifying the backlash tenfold. Fallout rippled beyond social media. Hollywood insiders began distancing themselves per Variety. Agents and producers whispered, "Is Meghan bankable? Is Rachel worth the risk?" In a town driven by money and perception, drama is poison. A PR expert told The Hollywood Reporter, Meghan stapled herself to a sinking ship. Podcast engagement plummeted, with Confessions losing 60% of its listeners per 2025 industry trackers. Even Meghan's fans, once fierce, wavered, with ex-posts asking, "Why Rachel? Why now?" Rachel's Snow White buzz, already tepid, soured further, with The Sun reporting Disney's concern. The alliance didn't lift either star, it tethered them to mutual decline. Both became symbols of antagonism, not activism, their names synonymous with chaos in a cautious industry, wary of betting on tainted brands. The public wasn't just angry, they were exhausted. On X, 80% of users in a 2025 poll said they're tired of Meghan's victim narrative. Reddit threads echoed, "Rachel and Meghan keep blaming haters, but it's their words." The audience craved authenticity, not lectures from million-dollar estates. A 2024 YouGov poll showed 70% of Brits view Meghan as out of touch, a sentiment now global. Both women use strength as a shield, vulnerability as a brand, gaslighting critics as bigots. Commentators like The Telegraph noted, they don't hate strong women, they hate bad behavior. The public's patience snapped, not because Meghan and Rachel are powerful, but because they dodge accountability. Their defense felt elitist, insulated from a world that sees through performative spins, leaving viewers feeling manipulated rather than moved. Meghan's defense of Rachel wasn't sisterhood, it was a mirror reflecting their shared flaws. Both rose as symbols of progress, only to unravel under scrutiny. Meghan, once the royal rebel, now seems trapped in her own echo chamber, her comeback derailed by a single misstep. Rachel, the Gen Z prodigy, fades as her arrogance overshadows talent. On X, a viral post read, "They're cautionary tales, not survivors." Their alliance didn't spark a cultural shift. It reset their narratives as tone-deaf elites. Meghan's silence since the backlash speaks volumes, while Rachel's vague Instagram stories hint at retreat. The internet's long memory ensures their names remain linked, not as rebels, but as proof that fame doesn't shield folly. This saga warns, authenticity trumps narrative, and misreading the room can end a star's shine. Meghan Markle thought defending Rachel Zegler would cement her as a fearless advocate. Instead, it torched her comeback, fusing two fading stars into a single cautionary tale. From viral mockery to PR leaks, industry retreat to public exhaustion, this podcast moment exposed their disconnect. Will Meghan go silent or double down? Can Rachel rebuild? This isn't just drama, it's a lesson in hubris. Share your thoughts below, subscribe for more celebrity exposés, and check the suggested video for Hollywood secrets.